Certainly, here are a few more details and considerations when donating cars in Massachusetts. Tax deduction rules. The IRS has specific rules for claiming tax deductions on car donations. If the claimed value of the donated vehicle exceeds $500, you will need to fill out IRS Form 8283 and include it with your tax return. If the claimed value exceeds $5,000, you will also need a written appraisal of the vehicle's value. Vehicle condition. Some charities accept vehicles in various conditions, whether they're in running condition or not. However, some organizations might only accept vehicles that are still operational, as they plan to use them for their charitable activities. Be sure to inquire about the charity's specific requirements. Choosing a charity. Research the charity you're considering donating to. Look into their reputation, how they use donated vehicles, whether they keep them for their operations or sell them, and how efficiently they use donations for their programs. Title transfer. Properly transferring the title is crucial. When you sign over the title to the charity, make sure to fill out the necessary sections accurately. This ensures that you're no longer liable for the vehicle once it's in the charity's possession. Paperwork and documentation. Keep copies of all paperwork related to the donation, including the title transfer, any correspondence with the charity, and the donation receipt. These documents will be essential when claiming your tax deduction. Charitable contributions deduction limit. The IRS places a limit on the total amount you can claim as a charitable deduction in any given tax year. It's a good idea to consult a tax advisor to understand how car donations fit into your overall charitable contributions. Local regulations. Check with the Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles or local DMV office for any specific state requirements related to car donations, including transferring ownership and notifying them of the transfer. Timing. If you plan to claim the tax deduction for the current tax year, make sure the donation is completed before December 31st. Keep in mind that the process might take some time, so don't leave it until the last minute. Pickup services. Many charities offer free pickup services for donated vehicles. This can be especially helpful if the vehicle isn't in running condition or if you're unable to transport it yourself. Valuation of the vehicle. The IRS requires you to determine the fair MAR. Donating a car in Massachusetts, MA, is a generous way to support charitable organizations while also potentially benefiting from a tax deduction. Here's a general outline of the car donation process in Massachusetts. Choose a charity. Research and select a reputable charitable organization or nonprofit that accepts car donations. Ensure that the organization is tax exempt under Section 501(c)(3) of the IRS Code, as this will make your donation eligible for tax deductions. Check requirements. Contact the chosen charity to inquire about their car donation requirements. Some organizations may have specific guidelines about the condition of the vehicle they accept, as well as paperwork needed for the transfer. Gather vehicle information. You'll need to provide information about the vehicle, including its make, model, year, VIN, vehicle identification number, current mileage, and overall condition. Complete donation form. The charity will likely provide you with a donation form that needs to be filled out. This form will include details about the vehicle and your contact information. Schedule pickup. If the vehicle is operational, you may be able to drive it to the charity's location. If not, many organizations offer free towing services to pick up the vehicle from your location. Transfer ownership. Complete the transfer of ownership paperwork. In Massachusetts, you'll need to sign over the title to the charity. Ensure you follow the state's guidelines for transferring ownership properly. Receive donation receipt. Once the vehicle is received by the charity, they should provide you with a receipt acknowledging your donation. This receipt is important for claiming a tax deduction. Tax deduction. You can claim a tax deduction for your car donation on your federal tax return. The exact amount you can deduct will depend on the fair market value of the vehicle. If the charity intends to use the car for its operations, you can usually deduct the fair market value. If they plan to sell it, you can generally deduct the selling price. Notify the DMV. In Massachusetts, it's a good idea to notify the Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles, RMV, about the transfer of ownership. This will help ensure that you are no longer held responsible for the vehicle after donation. Follow up. Keep records of all paperwork related to the donation, including the receipt from the charity. This will be essential when filing your tax return.